I'd say the biggest thing that I'm looking for in a teacher is adaptability. There's a very similar pattern that each teacher goes through, and it's hard. You come down here and you fall in love with the place, and it's beautiful cloud forest, and then it starts to rain. And it rains and it rains and it rains. And you've only got $10 a month for your budget, and that's it.
As a single person, or I guess as a couple, a dual income, or if I'm only by myself, a single income is enough to sustain a living up in Monteverde.
Is it?
Is enough. I mean, if you're semi-frugal, I mean, you're not going to be able to save for your 401k or your IRA. I mean, that's out of the question.
But it's a big jump if you come here and you have things in the States still, and you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're paying any bills, you're not going to be able to afford it. But if you're sitting at debt-free, ground zero, you can make it on your salary.
You could distribute the 2 pie.
If you want to fly back and visit family, then you're going to be stretched. Then you're going to have to be a strategist with your income. But I think the fact that we got a dual income is almost what makes it possible, because it cuts a lot of our costs in half, and we can save some money on the side to travel and do other things.
You don't have smart boards in the classroom, and you don't have access to all the same kinds of technology that you did in the States. And so it forces teachers to be creative. It forces teachers to look around, use what they have. And the nice thing is we have this amazing forest and these amazing people and all these different kinds of things that you can do outside. And we encourage teachers to be outside. But you have to realize that internet might go down for 2 or 3 days. And you just can't get whiteboard markers up here.
I don't find the teaching here easy, obviously, because we are teaching in the second language. That's the challenge. It is easier because of the flexibility. I don't feel that crunch, that time crunch, like March is the test. This is what I was dealing with as a 4th grade teacher in New Jersey. March was the test, so from September to March it was test, test, test. You have to prepare for the test, you must get ready for the test. And then no one couldn't care less what you did from March on.
I think certain teachers really do just a phenomenal job of adjusting and adapting, and they roll with it and they become comfortable, especially if they've been exposed to Latin America in the past. And then there are some teachers who come down here and it's just like, they just can't do it. They just can't handle it. I think it's an amazing experience for teachers, and almost every teacher who leaves here talks about the school in just this rosy, amazing way, because the other day I was taking my son to milk cows with the neighbors, and there's this amazing rainbow and a flock of parrots flew through, and I just thought, where in the world are you going to get an experience like this? I think for teachers it's the same way. You might be walking through the forest and there's a sloth with a baby and it's crawling through the trees, and the kind of educational moments that you can have with students here, they're just out of this world. But you put on the bilingual aspect to the school, so a lot of the students, English, almost all the students, English is a second language for them, and so that adds a hard layer to reaching the students and making sure that they're understanding what's going on. So it's a challenging place for teachers. So I guess for teachers who are resilient, who are adaptable, who are up for a challenge, who can be flexible, who are willing to work for peanuts, that's really what we look for.